We are back with another video, and today we're going to be doing some book recommendations. Now, I haven't done one of these in a minute, but I have another video that I'm doing this. You guys can look at it on the screen somewhere. It's going to be somewhere on the screen for you guys to look, right? Now, listen, I am able to... What am I trying to say? Oh, right. So I have some books from different genres. As you can see, at first I started to categorize these into like genres. I was trying to do groups of 4 per genre, but then I realized that a lot of these genres I don't actually read a lot in. So we're gonna have like genres, right? But then we're also gonna have like the randoms where I don't know where to place them, you know? So let's get into this video. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of this one book because this is one of the ones I didn't know where to place. So we're just gonna, you guys already saw it, didn't you? We're just gonna place that right there. Is there anything else? Okay, so let's get into this. So I guess since you guys already saw it, we can start off with the random pile, you know what I'm saying? And that is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So the reason this is in the random pile is literally just because I don't read a lot of dystopian, so I just feel like it would not make sense to put it in like a group for dystopian if there's no group at all. It's writing solo. And then I could have put this in romance, but I felt like this is one of those books where it's not heavy on the romance and it's much more heavy on the actual main genre. Like, it's not heavy on the subplot, it's really heavy on the main genre. It's not a dystopian romance, it's literally like dystopian with some sprinkles of romance in there, right? So this is a YA book. I read this book 4 stars, I think. I liked it. I loved it. I read it in less than 24 hours. I started it, read the first 2 chapters, right? Then I finished it within 24 hours. So that's what I mean when I say I read this book in 24 hours. So The Hunger Games is really good. It's about Katniss Everdeen and basically her little sister. I forgot her name because as of right now she's really irrelevant to us. I forgot. Her sister gets entered into the Hunger Games, and basically you can like volunteer to take somebody else's place, and her sister has not been preparing. Her sister is small, she's a tiny girl, right? Like, this girl's not going to survive. So Katniss is like, I volunteer as tribute. Yes, this is where that infamous meme came from. I volunteer as tribute. That's where this came from. So Katniss Everdeen takes her sister's place in the Hunger Games, leaves her best friend behind, and is paired up with Peeta. And Peeta was basically this dude that helped her when she was little and whatnot. So these two are paired up to go against each other. And she has to basically survive in the Hunger Games because if you die, you die. Yeah. So that is the Hunger Games. And this book was really good. I actually have a reading vlog on it. It's going to be somewhere on the screen right here. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next category, which is going to be fantasy. I don't have a lot in fantasy. It's just plain fantasy, or like something that doesn't have a huge fantasy plot. You hear me? Okay, so the first book is The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. This book for me was a 3 out of 5 star. It was enjoyable, but I just wish there was more romance, which is specifically why I put this in the mainly fantasy genre, because there is romance, but the main focus is not the romance. It's more the trials that we are put in. So basically, I'm being put on the spot. I actually don't remember. Wait. This is one of those books for me where I enjoyed it, but I don't remember much from it. But I can tell you the plot. I just don't know the characters' names, right? So we have a girl, and this girl has a sister. Her sister was basically missing. Then her sister came back, and after her sister came back, she had this bargain or something that like made her appear bad and made her entire family appear bad. So now it's the time for the yearly bargain thing where they go to the queen and you ask for your bargain and stuff, and I don't know. Read it. The Ruined Royals by Madison Hall. Guys, I'm Madison Hall. Yes, I wrote this book. It is a YA clean fantasy novel. The border is intentional, and the first, I want to say 30-40 copies that went out has the border. It was really intentional, but Amazon was like, hey, so just to make sure we don't like mismanufacture it, and so that way we can make sure that it actually like comes out good, and so like we know the border won't be wonky and stuff won't act up. You kind of have to extend this, and I was just like, man, but I don't like my border. But they're like, you have to extend this and everything like that. Like you have to extend the sides and all that jazz, and I was just so upset. So when you get your book, it's not gonna look like this, unfortunately. It's not going to, but I wish. I wish you got to hold it like this. Like, cause girl, yeah. But this is about two girls, Valentina and Amira. Valentina has basically been poor her entire life. Like, girl does not know how to. My girl has not eaten a good meal in years. My girl has not lived in a nice house, and she doesn't even have a house, actually. Scratch the nice part, she doesn't even have a house. Okay. And then Amira, she's not rich, but like she has a house, she has her parents, she has her siblings, she has this and that. Valentina's an orphan. So Valentina's an orphan. And basically both of these girls find out, whoa, we're related to the royal family. So they move into the castle, right? They move into the castle, and upon arrival, they're like, "Oh, this place is kind of weary. Like weary. It's kind of eerie in here. I'm not sure if I like it. If I don't like it, like what's going on? I'm not sure what the vibes are in here, right?" So they're just like, okay, whatever. We can get through this. It's literally just a castle. We're gonna be living here like we're living the dream life. We're living rich. And Valentine is especially like, okay, guys, I've never had anything this luxury before. But they started to realize that things are twisted. The staff is out to get them, and there's a curse looming over the castle. So now these girls are like, and Valentine is especially devastated because she has never gotten a moment of peace in her life. Like, she's just like, oh my goodness, the one time I have the possibility of gaining peace, and it's like interrupted by this curse. So she's especially upset, guys. So they have to put aside the differences because these girls are very different. And they basically have to be like, okay, well, form an alliance and use their magic to help save the castle because, girl, if they don't, they're all cooked. Yes. So if you guys want to get this book, you guys can purchase this on Amazon. It's The Ruined Royals by Madison Hall. And also my Instagram right now. This should be coming up before that. You guys can order the Etsy link in the description down below or in the Depop link because I do sell these on Depop as well, which means you get a little discount. And you can get it signed and personalized for you. So yes, that was just a really long promo, and I'm so sorry. But continuing in the fantasy genre, we got one more book, and it is The Cruel Prince. Now, if you're new to reading, right, you've probably seen this book so many times, but you've probably seen people be like, yep, this is like the ultimate romance book between Jude and Cardan. The ultimate romance they speak of, it's like this many pages. Everything else is fantasy, guys. So do not be fooled when they're like, this is the ultimate romantasy book. We have a romantasy section. Okay, we do. So relax. I have romantasy for you. The Cruel Prince, though, is not romantasy. Maybe The Wicked King. I'm still yet to read The Wicked King. I need to. I rated this book 3 stars, which 3 stars for me is not bad. It just means like I wish there was something more, but I just never can put my finger on it. This book was good though, so it's nothing wrong with the book. So I do think if you're a new reader and you're like trying to ease your way into romance, this is the book because it has such little romance and much more fantasy, but the romance is like there at the end. So if you don't like fantasies and you want more romance than fantasy, girl, go to the fantasy part of this video or just go to the romance part of this video because this book doesn't have a lot. Now, listen, I don't like fantasy. Fantasy to me is just like, oh my goodness. I just feel like sometimes authors cannot get it right. Holly Black got this book right because I was intrigued and there was not a single speck of romance in sight to like the last 10 pages. Dead serious. And I was satisfied. And I was just like, oh, wow, this book was so good. So I do think The Cruel Prince is going to be a good read for you if you're looking for a romance. No, if you're looking for a fantasy that has little romance. like very, very little romance. Okay, what genre do I want to do next? We can do thrillers. The first one is hashtag murder trending, which I actually have a vlog where I went to Texas. It's gonna be on the screen. You guys can go watch that after this video. And basically in that vlog, this was the book that I decided I want to take along with me on this trip that I took because, duh, gotta bring a good book with you on your trip. And this book had me in a chokehold for months and months and months, okay? This book was amazing. I just realized I never gave you guys a synopsis for The Crow Prince. And actually, I don't even know how I would explain that. Like, I know what goes on The Crow Prince, I just don't know how I would explain that. Like, I just feel like you need to read the synopsis. Don't rely on me, okay? I can give you guys a synopsis for this one, though, because this one's pretty easy to explain. So, basically, Alcatraz. You guys know what Alcatraz is, right? Okay, so we have Alcatraz 2.0. But on Alcatraz 2.0, everything is live streamed for people to see. And the live streams are basically of people's executions after they've done a crime. Doesn't matter if it's a small crime or a huge crime, you better not commit no crimes because you're going to jail. And this jail is Alcatraz 2.0, right? So you're basically put into this jail on this deserted area, right? Because, girl, don't ask me questions. I don't know where. I don't know if it was like a deserted area because there was multiple times they mentioned like seeing the outside world. But I don't know if it was like they saw it from an island or they saw it from below a pie. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just telling you guys what I read, okay? I read this book last year too, so like, don't come at me. So basically, they're on this deserted place. Nobody gets in, nobody gets out. So once you're in, you're in, unless you're dying. So I don't think you want either of those. And it's live stream for people to see, and you actually can see kind of like what it is on the back because people can leave comments, they can vote for people, their social media presence and everything like that. So I was just like, okay, I really like this. I really like this. So basically we have her name is D, and D was accused of murdering her stepsister, which, for the record, this is told you to you in the beginning of the book. She did not murder her stepsister. They actually got along pretty well. So she was accused of murdering her stepsister, and therefore she went to court, and she already had some mental problems, and she was also. Oh, I can't say that. Cut that out. It's gonna be beeped. Okay, so she has some mental issues already that caused her to say things she didn't mean in the courtroom, and she got sent to Alcatraz 2.0 because she slipped up. So now she's here, and oh right, when you get to Alcatraz 2.0, they put you in a costume and you're giving a persona. So these people are not gonna know you by your name; they're gonna call you by whatever you think. So, well, they call you by your name, but like for example, I think they called her like the Cinderella. It was Princess something because they put her in like this Cinderella dress at the beginning of the book, right? And everybody gets their own little persona. So you try to leave, you die. You talk about what's going on behind the scenes and your conspiracies, you die, okay? You slip up once, you trip and fall, you die, okay? And there are these characters. These characters are hired by the people of Alcatraz 2.0, and they make it this game to toy with you until you're dead. And if you can escape, then you can escape. Like, they're literally like, if you can escape, you can escape. But if you can't, so yeah, this book was really, really good. Now, hashtag murder funding, it had the characters in this book, right? But I just didn't like the second book. Cause with this one, there was the romance side plot. We always have the romance side plot. In the second book, I felt like the romance was the main plot. And we didn't get anything thrilling until like the last few pages. Why is this considered a thriller book if there's not any thrill? Like, the entire book is about the two FMC's relationships. What? I need to go to sleep. 5 Survive. I don't have this book on me right now. I own a copy, but I'm lending it to someone else at the moment. I don't have it on me. Uh, Why do I laugh at everything? I don't have it on me. So, Five Survive is about this group of 6 friends, and they're going on this school field trip. And instead of going with the school, they went alone because they already have their own little RV, and it'd be more comfortable to go on their own. And they were just going to meet up at the amusement park place or whatever. But these kids end up in this neighborhood past dark. And something happens where it's like the tire goes out or something, and they're stuck in this neighborhood in this certain spot, and there's a killer watching from their house. And guys, this killer is like, one of you guys has a secret, and I want to know what the secret is. And whoever has the secret is gonna die. And reminder, there's 6 of them. That's where the title Five Survive comes from, because one person's gotta die, but they have to give up the secret that they know. And so you have to basically figure out who has the secret and figure out what the secret is, and they cannot go until they basically expose it. And this book was written so well. It's by Holly Jackson, by the way. This book was written so well. So, yeah, that's the book was good. I don't remember what I rated it because I read this book last year, so I don't remember the exact rating, but it was somewhere around 4 to 5 stars. It was good. It was really good. And the last book for this category is another book by Holly Jackson, and it is It's got a murder. I don't know why I was stumbling. So I would have also put The Reappearance of Rachel Price in here, but after you read a few Holly Jackson books, it's like that one was kind of predictable for me, so I was just like, okay. And I also would have put Not Quite Dead Yet, because I do own it. It's up there at the top of my shelf, right? I just haven't read it yet. I need to read it. But Coco's Got a Murder now. This book, the first book, it was okay. I was just like, oh, okay, T. Second book, once again, it was okay. No, this book was good. Not okay. The second book was okay, but this book was good. Get to the third book, I'm like, okay, this book is gonna probably just be giving me the same vibes as the last 2. This was me by the end of As Good as Dead, which is the last book in the trilogy. I was like, girl. So trust me, first book is really good. Second book is kind of just like, okay. When you get to the second book and you're just like, read the third one. Read the third one. Just stop talking. Stop commenting about not wanting to read the third book. Please, just do it. And like with the third book, you have to read the second book because the events that take place in the third book make sense after reading the first 2 books. So this book is really good. But this is about Pip. I'm not even gonna say her full name, guys. You guys have probably seen this series on Netflix if you're getting into reading and like you haven't read a lot. You've probably seen the series on Netflix because it was turned into a movie. Guys, look, I don't have the Netflix sticker. I have the Five Survive sticker. I don't have the Netflix sticker though because I'm an OG. Guys, don't ask what happened to this book. Honestly, there's an entire story to what happened to this poor book. We listen and we don't judge. Maybe another time. Maybe I'll give you guys a story another time because I'm not trying to keep you guys here for too long. So, Pip is doing her, what is it, senior project? Yes, it was her senior project. Okay, I'm just making sure I wasn't going crazy. So she has to do her senior project about something major to end it off with a big bang, right? And basically she's like, well, I want to solve an unsolved case, like a cold turkey case. Well, no, it wasn't cold turkey, it was solved. But she's like, the way that this case was solved didn't feel right because it was basically about Andy Bell, and Andy Bell was accused of being by her boyfriend, and then her boyfriend literally himself, right? And so she was like, this doesn't sound right because she knew Andy Bell's boyfriend, right? She knew her boyfriend. They weren't like friends, but like they were acquaintances. And she was like, that's not something that he would do. So she was just like, okay, I'm gonna like research this entire murder case and everything to get to the bottom of it to basically solve everything. And pip pip hooray, pip pip hooray. And so everything's going fine and dandy, but she realizes, oh dang, I can't really go too far in this case without someone who personally knew Sal. And Sal is basically Andy Bell's boyfriend. And Sal has an younger brother named Ravi. Now, Ravi's all like, I don't really want to help you because, like, everybody else has accused my brother of being a monster. so I don't want to help you because I don't know what your intentions are. So after a while, he comes around and they start to solve this case together, and it was really nice. I love this book so much. So I definitely do recommend that you read it because the story was super cool. It was super nice. And it was also a good introduction to thrillers because I think this was actually the first thriller book that I read. Like YA thriller. So yeah. Also, I believe all the books here are YA. So, and also, and if for anyone wondering, like, oh my goodness, you have the entire, not the entire, I'm missing one book. You have the Boys of Tillman series. You're not recommending any of those? I'm not gonna recommend the Boys of Tillman series to any new reader. Do you wanna know why? Because I don't want to open up my email one day to a therapy bill. I'm not doing that to myself. Not to a new reader. Maybe to like a reader that hasn't read it yet, but has been reading for a long time and has done some traumatic books. I don't cry over books. I didn't cry over this series, but especially in releasing 10 though, I was uncomfortable. I was just like, get me out of here! Get me out of here. But if you do like traumatic books where you're gonna be sobbing and like, oh my goodness, what the heck? What the freak is going on right now? Then sure, the Boys of Tillman series, but I'm glad I didn't read it as the first few books that I read. I'm glad I waited until like this year to start this year. I literally started this series this year. That's so crazy. I've done all this in a year. Yo, can we get the announcement date for claiming 10, Chloe? Cause listen, what's her name? S? It's either S or R. She said we wasn't getting no announcements this summer. Summer's over. And apparently claiming 10 has already been finished. It's so like, where's the announcement date for claiming 10? Chloe? Okay, I'm sorry. I love this series so much. And yeah. So next up we have romance. This is the biggest pile we have. And this book here on the top, I'm gonna recommend it to you guys, but the only problem I have is I think I should like put this with I should put that book with Hunger Games. But I didn't. So you guys I should put this book on the top with the Hunger Games. Because technically it's dystopian with romance, but I wasn't really thinking. So it's in the romance pile. Listen, your first book here. We have the one, the only amazing book that I rated 5 stars and I read like within 24 hours because it was literally so good and I was like this book was attached at my hip and I could not put it down because of how obsessed I was over it and I literally had to force myself to go to sleep because I was like if you don't go to sleep then you're not gonna have any energy tomorrow and you're not gonna be able to read this book tomorrow if you have no energy. So I had to force myself to go to sleep while reading this book because I literally was trying to stay up to finish it because it was so good. And I apologize, Jaden, for putting your book in the romance pile instead of the dystopian romance pile. I apologize. Please forgive me. This is Diamond in the Rough by Jaden Thompson. She wrote Diamond in the Rough. Yeah, making sure I said that right. She wrote Diamond in the Rough. This book was amazing. I actually read this in a, what was it? How many pages can I read in a week? Video right here. It was one of my most recent reading blogs. So like you should go watch it. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I'm just saying, like, you should probably go watch it and stuff. I read this book in that video. You guys, I need the next book immediately. And then Shades of Red comes out September 1st. I've pre-ordered it. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? I need to, like, stay on topic. Because if I don't, this video is never going to get finished. I went off topic so many times in this video already. This is about Ethan, and Ethan basically has worked for like the government his entire life. He's an assassin for the government. And one day he gets paired up with this guy, and said guy is kind of just like not really messing with him. So he's just like he reports Ethan for basically doing stuff behind the government's back, but he wasn't. But he when you guys read it, it'll make more sense about why why stuff happened to Ethan once he got reported because it's so hard to like explain myself, but I feel like when you read it it's gonna make more sense. Basically, he was doing stuff he wasn't supposed to be doing, but he was told to do it by the president, but he wasn't supposed to be doing that. So it's this whole debacle. Please read it. Please read it. And so this man's on death row. Like, he cannot legally be on death row until he's like 21 or 20. Let me see, guys. Let me see. Give me a second. Chill. Yes, 21. So he cannot legally be on death row until he's 21. And on his 21st birthday, he's supposed to die. But he gets given an ultimatum. He either dies on his 21st birthday or he goes across the border. And inside the border are where these like zombies from a virus came. That's where they live, right? So like it's really harmful and deadly to live there. Like, it's like, guys, if you get bitten, you're dead. That's just how it is. So he's like, I don't want to die, and I would rather fight for my life before I just like let somebody else kill me purposely because I have nothing else to do about it. So he goes across the border, and man's living his life for like a few months, few weeks, something like that, right? Living his life. He's killing out these zombies that are coming out for him, and he's surviving, right? Barely, but he's surviving. And one day, he saves Lakin because Lakin is in danger. And where did my train of thought go? Oh my goodness! And he saves Lakin because Lakin is in danger, and so he's just like, okay. And they team up. They team up. And I don't like this book because this is especially for like for my Christian girlies, because this book had heavy Christian themes and it talked about God and like about the Bible and about churches a lot, and I was just like, guys, I loved it. I told myself, I was like, we don't have a lot of books. We're gonna get through this video so quick. I didn't intend for me to be saying all these synopsises, so I'm about to stop doing the synopsises because we're getting to some enemy territory. AKA books I haven't read it in over a year and I don't remember the synopsis for. Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. Guys, this is the book that got me back into reading. So basically, I was a reader, right? As a little baby, I was a reader. And then I was just like, books are boring. I don't know why anybody reads. I stopped reading for like a year or two. I was on Spotify because I'm a music girly. I was on Spotify and I was like, oh, they have audiobooks and stuff. That's so cool. And I was just like, oh, I guess I can like try out this random audiobook that's like a romance. Just like hear and see if I like it. I don't reread books. I've reread this book. This book was so good. I loved it. I don't even understand chess. Half of the lingo that was put into this book, I was just like, yeah. Girl, I don't play chess. I play checkers. I don't play chess. I play Uno. Uno dos tres. Uno, you're out. I don't play chess. So I was confused 90% of the book about the lingo because I was just like, oh, what is F29? What does that mean? Like the only chess lingo I could do is checkmate. That's the ooh. Why did I do that? Then, guys, I was the romance though. It was so good. I was in love. I've actually bedazzled this book, and I would have put the bedazzle one here, but guys, the back of the book. This book is so good. It's top tier. Please read it. Next up is the hello. Can I please pick it up? The Summer of Broken Rose. I actually think I read this book last month. No words. I'm just gonna say, if you want a book that's like really carefree but also has like some deep undertones, like it's not like dark as in Boys of Tommen type dark, but it has deep dark undertones. It's just like, oh wow, that's crazy. I can relate to that and this and that. This is the book because it's like lighthearted, but it has like those moments where it's just like, oh wait, dang, that's actually kind of sad. That's actually kind of sad for you. This book was good. This book was good. Another book that I should have put in the dystopian romance genre. Don't ask me why I didn't. Mind your business. Actually, mind your business. Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. Did I like this book? No. Did I like Unravel Me and Ignite Me? And am I currently reading the novella Unite Me? And am I enjoying it? Yes. The first book, it was okay. I felt like I was reading a book written by a child that was getting nowhere, right? Everybody was just like, well, you have to get to Ignite Me because Ignite Me is when it starts getting good. Now, I've said this about the ACOTAR series. I said the first book sucks, right? Somebody in another one of my videos said that, oh, I DNF'd the ACOTAR series because it was getting nowhere. And I literally was like, well, if it takes you 3 books to world build and the plot is getting nowhere and it's boring, then DNF it by the 3rd book. Like, the 2nd book, if you're reading the 2nd book and it's not good, just DNF it. Because that means the series either is not going to get better, especially when they say the 2nd book is going to get better. They say, like, so I was just like, okay, you know what? Since people said the 3rd book specifically, it's like, I'll get to the 3rd book, and if it's not good. I got to Unravel Me. But mind you, I'm buddy reading this with my best friend, right? Got to Unravel Me. At first, I was just like, okay, what? I get not even halfway, I get 30% in, and I'm just like, I'm having so much fun. I'm having the time of my life. I'm like, I feel like I'm there with Juliet and Adam and Aaron and Kenji, and I'm just like, this is the best time I've ever had in my life, okay? Literally, this book, Ignite Me, I haven't this another reading vlog, how many books can I read in? No, this was also in the week-long page vlog, whatever, you guys get it. It's gonna, the video that I read Shades of Red in. What? The video that I read Diamond in the Rough, my goodness. Ignite Me. I raved about that book so much. Literally, I Need Me a Personal Kenji. Aaron Warner is funny. Hey Adam. And Juliet is a baddie. The book was amazing. What more do you people want from me? Just saying. It was really good. She's really good. And the last book in the romance genre. This is probably like the lightest one here. Dungeons and Drama. This book is really short. I read this in the week-long reading vlog thing, so I literally just finished this book like last week or the week before or something like that. This book, really short. It's like 200 pages. It's a cute, fluffy romance. It's strongly dislike to lovers, not enemies. Because there's enemies in a workplace romance. Fake dating workplace romance. Yes. Okay, now we have these last 2 books. This is for the romantasy genre. I don't read a lot of fantasy, period, so that's why there's not a lot here. First off, my favorite book of all time. The book that I love, that I own almost 20 editions of. Not just of this singular copy, it's a series, so all together for the series with special editions and signed stuff like that. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This book was so good. It's my favorite book of all time, and I do recommend that you read it. Now, the last book that we have here is Light Lark by Alex Astor. This book, I think I read the first book last year, and then I continued the series this year. What do I say about this? Okay, this was like trials, but everybody had magic, and the trials were like for specific people, and they were in the trials for a reason. Like, it was between like the royal people of each place, because the trials determined like who would be the weakest link or whatever, and who get to die. It's please read the synopsis, because I'm horrible at explaining stuff like this, but yeah, this book was good. The second book, I almost threw out a window. The third book, I was just like, okay, it's getting better. The 4th book, Crown Tide, pre-ordered it. I don't know if it's good or not, because it's not even out yet, but I pre-ordered it, and the I almost said Oreo, the Oro and Grimm book, once again, not even out yet, but I pre-ordered it, so I guess we're gonna see. It's gonna be in reading vlogs, guys. Yeah, but that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Remember, I am an author. You guys can follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and I would love it if you guys subscribed instead. I post daily YouTube shorts, and I post a new long form video every other day, so I hope you guys choose to join me. Love you all so much. Kisses. Maddie out, and I don't have my mic on me, so I'm not going to say goodbye, but I'm going to show you guys the books as my goodbye.